Hey guys, welcome back. How are you today? Beautiful. Are you ready for today's grammar lesson? Excellent. Let's go. Today, we will learn about defining and non-defining clauses in relative clauses with who, whose, that, which. Are you guys ready? Me too. Before we get started, let's review the theories of relative clauses. Let's look at some examples. The woman who is standing over there is my aunt. Can I have the book that I gave you last week? Who is standing over there and that I gave you last week are the relative clauses. Relative clauses give more information about someone or something. They define or identify the nouns that precede them in the main clause. Relative clauses begin with relative pronouns such as who, whose, that, which. However, sometimes the relative pronouns that, whom, and which can be omitted. For example, I don't use the laptop which or that my father bought me 5 years ago. So, we can leave out the relative pronouns that or which, and we will still have the same meaning. Giving us the sentence, I don't use the laptop my father bought me 5 years ago. Pay attention. We can only omit relative pronouns when they act as an object. There are two types of relative clauses: defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. Let's take a look at the differences between the two. Let's start with defining relative clauses. A defining relative clause gives detailed and necessary information, without which the sentence is incomplete. And it is not placed between commas. For example, the man who came to visit us is an engineer. In defining relative clause, we can use that instead of who or which. For example, that's the doll that or which I bought in London. Or, I don't know the man who or that is talking to my dad. Also, we can omit who, which, that when they are followed by subject plus verb. For example, do you like the song that or which I wrote? Can be rewritten as do you like the song I wrote? That's the man who or that I hate can be rewritten as that's the man I hate. Now, let's take a look at the non-defining relative clause. A non-defining relative clause gives us extra information to the sentence, which, if not there, the sentence is still complete. For example, that man who came to visit us is a computer engineer. In non-defining relative clause, we cannot use that instead of who or which. For example, this is my new tablet, which uses the latest digital technology. We cannot omit who or which. For example, he introduced me to his friend Mike, who I immediately liked. We cannot say, he introduced me to his friend Mike, I immediately liked. Great work, guys. So, let's finish off with some practice sentences. Are you ready? Excellent. Number 1. Have you heard of John Atanasoff, whose invention changed the world? 2. Personal electronic devices that or which distract students from their classwork are banned in most schools. 3. The man turned out to be her son, who went missing during the war. 4. Students who or that have smartphones can look up words online. Number 5. Thank you very much for the book that or which you sent me. And number 6. My car, which is a Mercedes, can reach speeds of up to 140 kilometers an hour. And that's our lesson for today, guys. I hope you had as much fun as me. Remember, keep doing your exercises, keep studying at home, and improving your grammar every day. See you next time.